fans, to a brand new episode of Squared Circle Society. I am Daniel Shine, joined as always by Todd Loya, Bob Magana, and Pugs Dread. Gentlemen, how goes it?
Namaste, N-words.
What up?
How's it going, Bob?
Hopefully you can hear us. Uh-oh.
Bob?
We'll work on getting Bob back here. I'm sure he's doing well. All right, so we've got a brand new, exciting Squared Circle Society for you guys tonight. We're discussing the dark side of the ring, Jimmy Snuka, and the death of Nancy Argentino. I don't know what it is. What is it about wrestlers killing Nancy's?
I've never actually put that together, so
yeah, it's like a curse. It's like they all saw like Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, no, 83. So no, didn't see Nightmare. But nonetheless, so this one is one of the episodes this season that I was really looking forward to because to me, there's not a lot of mystery here. This one's just amazing that he's seemingly just skated on it. The only real questions here is to me is, did he do it on purpose? I don't think he necessarily set out to kill her, but he did. Obviously, was abusing her. So whoever wants to kick it off, what did you think? Did you learn anything new from this episode?
Who wants to go?
Bob, you want to go?
I'll let you guys go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of with Dan on this. It's kind of like open and shut, in my opinion. I mean, how is it not obvious he killed it? He can't keep his story straight. The one thing I did find I'm going to hold off on that, but like there's the Tonga Kid thing that basically, let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, Pugs, go ahead while I look this up.
All right. So the things that I learned new from this, I was the Tonga Kid being in the area, or at least saying he looked like he was either lying his ass off or he has brain damage. And like
I will tell you that
fucking brain damage. Okay.
This is from Mike Johnson from Pro Wrestling Insider. Tonga Kid did not work the TV tapings that took place the week of Nancy's death. He had worked a few WWE house shows as Samoan number 4 around that time. He wasn't on TV and wasn't on those tapings. Afa and Sika were tag champs, yet he stated he traveled with Snuka and Argentino to the hotel, that Nancy never got out of the car, never hit her head, and was Snuka's version. So to add to the things that don't add up regarding that story, it's possible he was there, but we have no proof he was there since he wasn't on the tapings.
Wait, I thought he was there though.
He could have just been a road dog, just going to go see if somebody no shows. Like, oh well, I'm here. Book me.
Yeah, that was common.
Well, wasn't he talking? Wasn't he the one that handed Vince the phone to the lieutenant?
That was Morocco, Don Morocco.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it. God, see, we need to figure out video so we could just go back to the tape.
Fatu was also not booked on the MSG show when Snuka hit the Superfly splash of the top of the cage. But it's funny to mention, or it's funny to note that the sister, or no, Snuka's wife said it's not necessarily that they're lying; it's that they don't remember.
That, and I'm fully on that. I believe that. So yeah. I don't know. I can't tell because not to be a dickhead, but he looks kind of dumb. Or like when he speaks, it's like, oh, not all the gearless are working.
Well, he's been hit on his head hit in the head a few times.
And his family's in danger, so someone should check on him. But yeah, I thought it was a good entry in the docuseries. I did not realize how out of hand Jimmy Snuka was because, like, I like Jimmy Snuka, but I've never been like, he's my favorite. I got to look up everything about him. Whenever he appeared on whatever I was watching at the time, cool. Like, what made me interested in Snuka was the fact that Mick Foley loved him. and then kind of stops there.
Yeah.
I would also choke a bitch for interrupting me while I eat Chinese food. So that he's in the right.
Now, did
But
he
what if it was
technically
bad?
choke her, or did he just like
He said
Darth
I
Vader
could.
her?
I don't know. You know these fucking Samoans are. It's my orange chicken, you fuck.
Bob, would you choke a hoe over your egg foo young?
Oh, yeah. It specifically mentioned.
So
I love Eng Fu Young. So
See, I would have been like, nah.
yes.
bitch is dead.
I'll do it over some from Captain Sour, some orange chicken though.
Are the cops at your house, Todd?
Why?
There's a red light flashing behind you.
I don't know.
Bunch of scared little
They know.
Macy behind you.
Todd has to have an ambulance on hand just in case he has a heart attack.
No,
It's
it's
a
actually
flesh wound insurance clause.
it's actually record 3 in the background, making sure this disc works.
Wreck.
No,
We had this discussion.
it's record,
Oh, you did?
fucker.
Wouldn't that be fucked up if they like kick in the door where the girls were just like all like watching them get Todd on the ground?
That's
Oh
all right.
man, that'd be
It'll
fun.
be
You
even
should
funnier when they.
SWAT Todd.
It'll be funnier when they go in.
That's
You know
terrible.
how great that would be if we swatted Todd. Get on the
They-
ground.
They think we're the weirdos that you're recording this for, like on the dark.
I just
web.
like check the one with the hat. Check his hard drive. He's got Epstein on his
Ozzy V
speed
has
dial.
the hookers.
Madeline McCann. He's got him. He's got her.
Yeah, Snuka for me. I mean, he was really more of a mid-carder by the time I was kind of coming up watching wrestling, but this does highlight how popular he was. I mean, Snuka along with maybe like Junkyard Dog were insanely popular. I mean, people don't even realize. I mean, they were bordering on Hogan level in their prime. They did a pretty good job of even highlighting that Backlund was the champ, but Snuka was the draw at that time. I felt, like I said, there's not a lot of mystery with this one. It's obvious that he was beating on her, and it went too far. Do you guys think that Vince paid off the cops? Because that's a weird thing to put in your book, that Vince brought out a briefcase and I don't know what really happened. That's.
Oh, you think you paid him off in cash?
I thought
Maybe.
it just meant like there was like papers in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a
Like,
businessman.
We're gonna do
This is
this.
before we had phones and shit, so he had to bring shit with him and
Yeah.
pens and stuff. So, no, I don't think he paid him like
We're gonna have a
pen
couple
paper.
boxes of pens in the briefcases back in the 80s.
If it would have
In
been
case one runs out.
if it would have been, hey, you
Okay.
leave our what is he doing now? Fixing the country? We'll talk about that later. He's our next president now. You know that, right, Bob?
Would it shock you at this point? Really? I mean, would it?
Oh, we'll talk about
I
it.
am pro Mac man. I'm saying.
He just wants him to bring Kane as VP.
Oh my fucking god! Best 8 years of the country ever.
The McMahon Jacobs era.
Yes.
He ends
Only
like-
before you-
Now that's all I want. Motherfucker.
No one would revote.
He ends the presidential address with like the flames coming up.
He walks out to no chance.
God damn! Now I've got
Doing the McMahon strut.
Does the Vince walk?
Oh my god.
Fucking Linda's fucking. He put her in a coma again. She's just in a wheelchair next to him.
We get a
wow.
9/11
still-
attack. He breaks characters. Like, we're not going with this storyline.
Wow.
Um,
That's
but no, I think Vince took care of it. I don't want to say full blown bribes, but like, I'm sure it was shady, but I don't think it was like a full blown. Here's cash. Here's some hush money. Go away. It's like this is what I bring to Allentown or wherever the hell they were.
Allentown, yeah.
Do you want to lose this revenue I bring to you and around businesses around when I have my events here? No. Well, then how can we make this go away? And then from there.
It's Florida, right? We're talking about Florida right now?
Pennsylvania, Allentown.
Oh.
Which has always been in the house show loop, like even,
Yeah.
you know, now.
If it was Connecticut, this would have been one and done.
Let them go.
I know it was 1983 and it was a lot more money, but $25,000, I believe they said it was, to Nancy's family is like, could you use $25,000? She's dead. I mean, it's.
I didn't know.
People didn't care. I mean, they wouldn't be suing all the time like that. They want their fucking money. At the end of the day, all that fucking matters. Even if your family's dead. I mean, if something happened to my kid, I'm gonna sue someone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Have any of you met Snuka? Because I have a couple times.
No, I never met him.
Oh,
Did he
okay.
hit you and say you slipped?
He did come off as slightly retarded. I think he did take a lot of like head stuff because, like, I mean, so he spoke English at least. So it's like you talk to him and he's like, yeah, you know, you don't really have a conversation. So maybe he believes that he didn't kill her. You know, he could have been in like a coke fueled.
Lenny from Of Mice and Men. That guy comes up a lot on here.
Yeah,
No, he's
or
one
in
of
his
those.
head. It's like we were just wrestling, you know. I power bombed her against the wall one too many times, and you know it happens. I'm not a bad.
Another one, and another one, and another one. Dear God! All we hear in the next room is someone going, and another one, and then there's like saying,
TJ Kelly, is that you?
We heard some screams, but then they stopped. Man, though, wrestlers were fucking wild, man. Like especially
It was the
70s.
80s. It was
Yeah,
the
70s,
80s when the coke was really.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Trust me, I know.
I mean, God, it must have been an interesting time. I mean, again, it's just weird hearing people talk about it like they don't like quite know what happened.
Am I an asshole? I mean, yes, but am I an
Probably.
asshole for thinking that the family, the Greeting family, Nancy's family, minus the dad, like the sister, she's annoying as fuck, right?
What the fuck? I never thought that once, honestly.
Really? Okay.
I was just like,
man,
okay, it's just a normal sister
she
relationship.
comes up as a whiny twat, and I'm just like, you're annoying. Like, I don't. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm an
Maybe
asshole.
your tolerance level of women is already low anyway.
This is very true.
And I don't quite get, you know, the weird thing is, and I forgot about this, they won that $500,000 suit, which blows my mind because, I mean, it's fair to say this did definitely not kill his career, but he never reached those heights again. But he was still had runs with WWE, and I mean, I don't know if they ever would have collected $500,000, but
He had that second run too, remember?
yeah.
Him and Saba Simba and all that. Saba Simba.
I mean, it feels like they could have certainly gotten a chunk of that. I don't know why they just kind of gave up the mother, I guess, but yeah, he never paid a goddamn penny. It's weird.
Didn't they say filed bankruptcy?
Probably later on, yeah, but
Well, I mean, that's what they just like OJ did, except OJ had assets.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Do you remember the clip where they were? I mean, they talk about the chance, but do you remember the clip where you killed your girlfriend? You killed
Man, I wish we could do that.
That was on Botchamania, like I don't know, last year. But it's true.
and he's just sitting there. I mean,
He probably doesn't even know. Me work, wrestle now. Yes.
Right?
do you think Tamina watched this?
Yeah,
Again,
her.
Dan-
like
While she
killer
was
dog.
scissoring some bitch.
Dan already said that he wishes it was Tamina's mom instead. Hey.
Or
I know.
afterbirth, though.
Before.
Tamina's like 42, 43, I think. So
Yeah, but she looks like she's 80.
yeah.
She got all that fake, like, beaner Mexican makeup on. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Go ahead, Dan.
caked on, dude.
Oh, it's okay. He can say that.
Oh, what? What can't I say?
I'm not gonna say it because I can't say it, but you can
Say
say it.
Say it.
Say it.
I don't
Say
want to
it.
get us kicked off Patreon.
Now,
Will I get
this-
us kicked off? Because I don't want. Yeah.
no, this is YouTube, Dan.
Oh, YouTube, whatever.
He cannot keep track of
Give
what's
us
on
money
what.
anyway.
We're on so much shit now. I don't
Right.
know. But
You were like coke and meth.
oh, I know what I wanted to ask you guys. Do you know? Have you heard anything about Jericho getting any heat from narrating
Who would he
these
get
right
heat
now?
from?
No, he
Why
was
would
doing
it
it
care?
last
The
year.
only people that would get heat from would be WWE, and why would he care?
And
Yeah,
I did notice. Oh, did you watch After Dark? Their After Dark Pugs. Did you notice on the clip for next week it wasn't Jericho's voice?
No, I didn't notice.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's not doing next week's, or it was just a temp one because he hadn't recorded it yet.
Maybe.
Mm.
I was hoping Mick Foley would do this one. but-
Yeah,
Oh,
because like I think last
He's
season
probably
Jericho did
crying
all of them
inside.
but one.
who did the not one?
I'd have to go back and watch.
we didn't get Rikishi or any of the other.
Any of the
Fifi
Samoans.
from Lion
Yeah.
King? Is that a Lion King character?
Oh,
I remember.
how about in the after show when Brian Knobs admitted to giving a minor alcohol? Oh, Valentine was awesome. See,
Yeah.
he was a little unfocused, but I think we could have got more out of him. I would like to see him talk to the host more than Knobs.
I thought it was funny because all they were doing was putting over Snuka in the after show.
And then the one dude came on, fuck, the promoter guy, and he's just like, "No, he did it." Well, I don't think so, man.
Wow. So can you still enjoy Snuka? Can you still enjoy his stuff, or is it like weird?
But how long
Yeah.
have we known? We've known he's been a murderer forever, so it's not like
Yeah.
anything new.
Not when I was a kid. I don't know about you
No.
guys. I don't know when I heard about that, but
I want to say it was late 90s.
yeah, maybe something like that. Early 2000s. I can't remember.
Maybe before that.
I remember going to one of the training seminars, one of the speeches, and talking to one of the other potential trainees, and we were just talking like old school wrestling. And I think he was the first one. He's like, Snuka's a murderer, right? And I was like, what?
See, I remember hearing it before that, but like actually hearing the details of the story wasn't until like 90s, late 90s, 2000s.
Mhm. Yeah, well, it came out like when he wrote it in the book, basically.
No, it was known way
It was
before
before
that.
then, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
with New Jack though on enjoying these people. It's just like y'all. What he wrote? Some of these
Like,
motherfuckers
Baby rape,
kill their entire
murder.
fuck children and kill their entire family, and y'all mad at me?
I need to get his
Beating up
book.
a fat guy.
Yeah. I can disassociate the real person from the person I see on TV. So I would still enjoy a Snuka match if it's good.
I didn't give a fuck about Snuka, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He jumped off a cage.
Hey,
He made
Bob,
Nick Foley.
that is the first-
and it made Foley want to jump off his roof. So I'm cool. Thank you
that
for
was
that. That would go to hell for the rest of you. Get coconut shoved up your ass.
That was the first ECW champion.
Yeah. Yeah. Eastern Championship Wrestling. Yes, he was the first. He may never have thrown somebody into barbed wire, but he did kill a bitch. So I guess he is hardcore.
I think Bob's in trouble.
Fucking cops. Fucking, I'm doing something.
Sounds like a chainsaw. Damn. Look out.
High production values on here.
Is it the Samoans coming to get you for talking shit?
But Todd, you have a really bad lag.
We'll see. It's fine for me because I'm recording. I don't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why your internet.
I see it too, but it doesn't seem to show on the video later.
Pugs is fine.
In my mansion, we have
Pugs is fine.
lines all over the place.
Bob's fine, but Dan's lagging.
Okay.
And all that matters is what I'm
It's
seeing.
got to render so much of that hat on screen.
Right?
I will.
And it's too much awesomeness for your pixels to understand.
That's true. That's true. It is an awesome hat.
So, why are you
right,
not wearing the Bob hat? Bob.
You know what? Why? Because I have too much hair and it doesn't fit.
Oh, I get that.
So, all right.
Whichever one you want to do.
I don't think we have anything else really to say about this one. It was fun watching it, but it's obvious. There's no mystery. So, not my favorite episode of
I
Dark
would say it was a fun episode. I enjoyed watching it.
It was
Dan's like party time. That's
can I say one thing I didn't like about the episode?
Yeah.
Was the production values of when they're like in the car. Like the first time, it was like all bright red in the back, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on, dude? Am I watching like some shitty ass '80s movie? Like,
are they getting pulled over?
Hooker or something?" It's like you got the saxophone probably playing.
I don't hate on the sax.
They had to have enough money when they were talking about him fighting all those cops and beating up their cop dogs. Yeah, they should have had like a thing where he was like punching CGI dogs coming at him. I mean, modern technology but yeah, no. So
like he gets on his bed.
He dies on the
dog, and the dog's head just explodes off and shit like that. So you're telling me we need to make the real Jimmy Snuka story?
We need to make the real Jimmy Snuka story. We need to find somebody that can play Jimmy Snuka, though. That's not an easy one.
We can find a homeless guy somewhere. We'll be just ad lib.
What's Tamina doing?
Just ad lib everything. Wrestling.
Hey, The Rock can play him in a biopic. Why not?
The
Rock. It's too serious, but yeah, sure.
He's gonna change it in the script where he kills his girlfriend, but still, you know.
Yeah, whatever happened to that McMahon biopic? Now it's going to end with him working side by side with the president.
And as president with Vice President Glenn Jacobs.
If the first 10 minutes doesn't have his mom raping him, it's fake. It's not going to be realistic.
No, I'm sure that was the first scene to go.
He's going to walk in the trailer. Oh, she's going to walk in the trailer and just close the door ominously.
He's going to be sitting there playing with these homemade wrestling figures or something. And you see the mom's legs just walking. And a tear just comes down his eye. And
again?
McMahon.
Mom, can I go out? No chance in hell.
Yes.
It's mommy time. Wow, we just really made a fucking dark but cool Vince biopic. I want him to Howard Stern it, like private parts where like you have Vince going to high school, but he's just Vince.
I want to.
That's how they got to do.
No,
it.
Because they'll do that digital aging shit they love now.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see the Almond biopic.
Oh, the Almond.
The Almond biopic.
Biopic.
I Can you imagine like just Vince like in grade school and he's like playing himself and the kids are trying to bully him and he's fucking them all up?
No, you know what? I don't want the
He just hears
de-aging
his
shit.
mom. He just hears his mom in the backhand as he gets hit with the dodgeball. No chance in hell. Fucking
I just want to
flipping
see a
out.
little kid doing the little McMahon strut.
With his lunch bill. What's that? It's my money. It's a bank. My money in the bank.
Stephanie McMahon gets her first period and is like complaining about it. Is like, shut up. We do this for a living. Tape it up.
Plug it up. Macho Man's coming.
Oh, wow. That got dark. All right. We are a classy podcast.
We really are.
We'll talk now about what's being referred to as Black Wednesday. We had a massive purge of WWE releases, and man, that was a downer. I mean, some were surprises, some maybe not so much, but who shocked you guys the most? I mean, that Drake Maverick thing. Not a shock that he went, but
The OC minus AJ. So for now, that was the one that I thought they had most potential with. But I do feel bad for everybody. Everyone's got family to feed and stuff. Like, hopefully they were smart with their money and they can, ride this bullshit out. But,
yeah,
It's not like they can work anywhere right now either.
yeah.
that's the thing. Like if AEW were up,
I was gonna say
Like,
Drake Maverick's gonna bring you your fucking Chinese food tonight, Bob.
Any of those guys like did do that and be like, "Hey, I'll deliver your food. Just pay me $100 extra." They'd make some bank.
Right.
yeah, there's ways. You're gonna see the Drake
Drake Maverick's OnlyFans, right?
There you go. There you go.
He's gonna have his
we
little
have
bow
to do
tie,
that.
oiled up, and rub one out for the camera. Use his tears as lube.
Oh,
He's gonna scissor Renee Michelle. Call back.
Yeah.
oh.
Find out what we're talking about on Patreon.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, he'd make more than he'd make in WWE probably just by starting an OnlyFans, pimping out Renee Michelle. If he's got Renee Michelle on there, I'm joining that OnlyFans. So, yeah, he's a lucky little bastard. So, come to think of it, I don't know what you're crying about, dude. You get to be quarantined with Renee Michelle. Come on.
He's got bills, man.
He's got bills, but still not.
I'm pretty sure his suits cost more than your hat, Dan. Cut him some slack.
Right.
So yeah, the OC surprised me, but not. I think it was the fact that they signed those new 7-figure deals, which really made no sense with how they were using them. I don't think they would have been released otherwise, but yeah, I mean, you're paying those guys over $1 million to lose handicap matches. I mean,
well,
when you could do so much with them.
you could, but they haven't.
What bums me out storyline wise is we never got the 4-piece Bullet Club like that could have been. That so stupid.
yeah.
They just pulled that trigger as soon as they got there.
Yeah, not an original creation though, so I think that's just something that Vince was just never.
He's got to get out of his own fucking way then, because
Technically, it goes no, because it would go back to NWO. But technically, that goes back to the Click. So
Yeah, it's. I will say, Heath Slater's another one. Not really a shock,
you got
but
kids.
if business were running normal, he's a guy that could go to AEW and probably be really, really popular.
He's the only 3MB to not win a world title.
Yes, I thought that would be kind of cool.
But now he can leave, get jacked, come back.
go
There
take
you
your steroids off camera and we'll see you in 5 years.
He's like, hey, they probably said that. Vince brought his briefcase and he's like, hey, take these. You're fired. Take these. We won't say anything when you come back.
He comes back. He's like a ginger Brock Lesnar. He's just
He's gonna be
Like,
killing
I had
motherfuckers.
kids. I hate them motherfuckers.
He ended up just giving the steroids to his kids, and now there he has like the stable of fucking kids. So McIntyre's like 5.
Jack Gingers, the Jack Ginger squad. That would be fucking awesome. Oh man. But
I need to go back to the Jimmy Snuka stuff real quick, because there's one thing that when they were talking about the funeral scene, right?
Mhm.
And then she said the Undertaker came up and said, "Oh man, she was bad. She had marks all over her face, and we had to cover her neck." I was like, "What the fuck did Taker do?"
Yeah. Took a second, right? Because I'm like, that's his boys. No, there's no fucking
That threw me for a loop for a second. Had to say that before I forgot about that again.
That was
That's
awesome.
good because I wanted to mention that too because I was fucking like, what the fuck?
No fucking way he said that. Oh,
because it was right after she was talking about it. It was like, and the Undertaker came up and fucking talked shit. He's a badass.
That's where he started. Rest in peace. He hit the knee. He did the hands.
He put her body up on that giant cross like Stephanie.
Paul Bear in the
See,
background.
we don't have to say like racist shit. Just the content and the stuff we say is gonna get us demonetized some way.
We ain't making no money on YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's gone. That is gone. Yeah, no. So, man, it was depressing. It actually did bum me out. I was like, man, I wish I didn't look at Drake's video because it's just like he did nothing wrong.
I wish his microphone was a little closer. It's hard to hear.
I know. I was like, why doesn't this video have sound? I was like listening to it like this and shit.
Yeah.
I thought I chose the wrong video. I'm like, oh, I don't want to see him cry. I want to hear what he's got to say. Oh, this is just the video. All right, whatever.
They should call an audible and just have him win the cruiserweight title.
Then we'd be worked.
Dude,
I know
you know how awesome that would be if we did get worked like that?
Yeah.
That would make
Mark out
Todd
for that.
watch
I'd
205
mark out for
Live.
that.
None of them are fired and they start their own faction.
But see, you wouldn't watch
The Union?
205. Do they even have to? It's in NXT now. I haven't watched in a while.
It's an NXT belt, and Jordan Devlin is the champion, but they're gonna have an interim since he can't come overseas.
I heard someone say 205 Live.
No, that doesn't exist. No one watched that shit.
Live?
They still record it, not every week though. It's
Yeah,
like
they still have the same viewership of no
Yeah,
one.
dude, cut Dan out.
He just appeared on his own. 205 Live. We don't play with that
we
shit.
just learned. Oh Jesus! Oh, hey.
I don't know where
Do
Dan
some
went.
skiing right now.
Yeah, maybe Dan will come back. Who cares? He's gonna say something inappropriate.
Are we still doing the show, or are we going to cut this section out until Dan comes back?
No,
We'll still do it. Rusev, future AEW champion though. Like that dude will be okay. He should have been. Oh, also, that's fucked up how he just donated all that money to help the people in the back, and it's like, you're gone.
You're gone.
But he wanted to leave anyway, so
I lost
that's not a
audio. I
big.
can't hear shit.
What?
Bob can't hear.
It's because Dan came back.
Everything's falling apart.
I'd rather hit
Yeah.
Dan than Bob.
You have to
Bob
like
and
just
Dan.
go out and come back in for some reason, but yeah, no. Rusev was, I think, borderline gone. I think they were negotiating with him, and then it was just like, all right, fuck it, we'll drop Rusev. He's
Which
a
is
big.
a shame. Like he made every bullshit they gave him work.
He did. He was over.
Every fucking stupid thing they wanted him to do. Okay, man, he made it work. Kind of like Dean Ambrose. So look how that worked out.
Rusev
gonna-
is a guarantee for AEW. That's a 100%. Now it's just when are they going to start signing again? But you know who surprised me, being that they were releasing higher tier guys, that shocked me not being on that list. There's two, and one is Cain Velasquez, since he's already. No, I said it would. I'm surprised he wasn't.
Oh,
I'm not, because I'm pretty sure Fox is paying him.
Oh, he's a Fox. I didn't hear that.
I kind of remember that.
Oh, all right, maybe that's why. And
Or he's
Lars
one that,
Sullivan.
or he's one that Fox wanted.
Okay, that all right. Well, that might save him then. Lars Sullivan was also a surprise.
that's a PR nightmare for right now. Oh,
Yeah.
just because he's gay?
Yeah, but don't they have cover considering he made all the homophobic comments? And I mean, they released Darren Young, which shocked me. I figured he had a job for life. First openly gay WWE superstar.
Yeah. It also doesn't matter that if you are gay, you still got to work and be a draw. And if you're not, take your gay ass somewhere else.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
We were talking about who we were surprised didn't make the release cut. We talked about Tamina though, because man, it's pretty fucking obvious she's not getting cut because she's related to The Rock now. I mean, how is she still there?
Fucking
She's
Bob.
she's been injured like 90% of her career. She doesn't even know how to do the fucking splash. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like, go back and watch some video. You think they pull the trigger though?
No, they're like, come on, retire. Get that injury that takes you out.
They're just waiting for that, and it's coming.
Yeah.
So,
Would The Rock really care?
Oh, I think he would. Yeah.
Would he?
those Samoan families are pretty tight knit. So yeah, I think it'd be a deal.
Yeah, but if the Usos got fired, do you think he would care?
Yeah.
I think if they hit their wellness, he'd be fine. Like if they
Oh,
got
so
one
you
more
think
wellness.
Okay, I get where you're going with that one.
So if they
Yeah.
like fuck themselves and WWE had no choice,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think if they just were like, we got none for you.
Yeah.
Fucking luck of the draw.
Yeah. No, I mean, Tamina, I think he bought a house for her or a car or something. I remember. So he's
Charity
close
case.
enough. Needs to get her.
Well, we know her dad wasn't doing it.
Oh, damn, Todd. That's messed up.
He didn't even remember he had a daughter. Come on. I
They all
didn't.
had they all had rails on the pathway to walk inside the house, so they don't trips and falls. Only once.
He tries to like fuck her in like a dementia stupor.
Calls her Nancy.
Oh wow, I'm horrible. I'm going to hell. So
Say
yeah,
hi to
no.
Snuka for us.
I don't know what to think. I mean, it seems like it's going to be several months at least before wrestling gets back to normal. And God, I just feel bad. It's going to be hard times for anybody that's not getting that WWE check right now. I don't know what some of these guys are going to do.
Well, Vince will be preoccupied for a while now, so
Maybe the
that's
stories
what I
will
want.
get better.
That's what I want to ask you guys. Did this have much to do with COVID, or was this more covering
The usual
for
purge.
the XFL debacle
All
where
that too.
WWE money used
Dude.
to fund XFL, which is a controversy right now?
All of it combined. Because around this time, we normally do lose a few people. Probably not as much as this. And,
we've
and the
had
fact that
No,
all the
we
guys
had
are
Way
Sure.
worse than this, actually.
yeah, there's been worse.
But,
The
like-
last couple of years have been light though.
Yeah.
but like everyone's home. So this is all we have to focus on.
Right.
Oh my God, they released whatever the amount of people. It's going to be a bigger issue now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. But you know, a good point somebody had. I was listening to, I can't remember which podcast, but
Hopefully
they had
someone
brought
has-
up one payday for Goldberg, and they could have saved like all of these contracts. Just one blood money payment, and they could have saved almost all of them, I believe.
And will they be able to travel for the next Blood Money show?
Well,
You know.
they had that in
Hopefully
February.
they have that COVID insurance.
Yeah.
There was something I remember recently where there was like, it looked like they cut all the ties Like whatever dates they had were canceled. And this is right before the COVID hit, or right before it got serious. So there, I can't remember exactly.
He probably knew.
Yeah.
Trump's like, hey, you're probably not going to be over there. I did the Vince voice for Trump.
Like future President-elect McMahon. That's understandable.
Man, his running man's going to be better than Trump's running man.
Like the dance?
No,
Yeah.
like the movie.
Oh God. I mean, I know that will be like.
Oh my God! And Vince would so be the Richard Dawson.
I had the shirt. You fucked it up.
Since XFL now is officially dead.
Is it though? Like
it's
this?
dead.
Okay. Well, at least they like. I thought they might bring it back since I forgot the words they used, but it sounded like we're trying to put it on pause. We let everybody go, but with the intent to bring them back. Because I don't know. I never went. I wanted to go once, but you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The ratings weren't great, but they were selling tickets and all the other stuff.
True, but they were going down too. I mean, I don't know a single person that was excited for the XFL coming back.
Oh my God! I knew a ton of people.
Yeah.
I knew tons of people.
All your guys' friends are wrestling fans, right?
Well,
and football nerds.
Well, all the football people I know that like strictly are like just football, they're like they watched it like the first couple of weeks just to check it out, but they had no intention on continuing to watch it.
Well, see, that's why the ratings dropped, but attendance wasn't. But it's a generation of people with money now that were Attitude Era kids and watched the XFL the first run that now had disposable income and wanted to go. So that's why how many times did Andre go?
He went to XFL games?
Yeah, he kept bugging Caesar to go.
Oh, really?
Fucking nerd.
I don't know if they ever made it, but I know Munch and Kloss were always at the fucking games.
I saw those pictures.
Phenomenal Phil. Gimmick names. Tons of people on my feed and were always there.
I don't know. Maybe I've never heard anybody talking about it.
That's because there's no Atlanta team, Dan.
Anywhere though, dude. Like any internet friend, I don't remember a single conversation.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
You guys need to find better friends.
Well, we know a lot of people that live, out here where there's a team.
Yeah, well, not anymore. It's dead. No. I don't think
you can't use that argument because there's a team out here that they'll have good ratings and people will buy tickets. Because I'm pretty
I'm not saying
teams out there in other sports that no one gives a fuck. Like no one gives a fuck about the basketball trampoline team of LA called the Bouncer Billies, whatever they're called.
Wait, there's a trampoline basketball team?
You've never heard of them?
No.
I've seen clips.
You've seen clips?
I didn't know we had a team. I've seen clips of that like basketball trampoline.
Didn't they used to show it on like Spike, like when Spike was first Spike?
That sounds right. They'd show something stupid like that.
I do have a serious question,
but it was no roller jam.
It's not the time for that, Dan.
Well, it's not like it. When will it be enough time have passed after all this shit is done and we're getting shots for it? How much time has to pass before we can utilize a cough as a finish? Because somebody's got to do that.
Never.
Which
you got to have
which is going to be the first indie fed to do it?
Yes, get a cough and then the guy gets rolled up or something. It's got to happen.
No.
I have a really.
This is why Dan doesn't book a promotion.
I've thought about it, but. Yeah.
Well, you notice that Asuka hasn't been spewing on people.
Yeah, that's gone now. No more mist.
Yeah, and that's a permanent thing. So, what do you think about? Okay, I got a serious question for
spraying mist is up there with chair shots and chair shots to the head and pile drivers.
So, do you think this affects the what's left of the blood in wrestling and the deathmatch community?
In the deathmatch community?
Because did the deathmatch community ever give a fuck before, honestly?
But I mean, it seems like it's easier now for it's already looked down upon, but for people to come down hard on it.
Well, let me ask you: Is there
I'm with you,
more
Bugs.
Fuck 'em.
is there more of a risk that way versus? Because I mean, technically, you're in there trading sweat with the dude. I mean, is it any
does it
different?
every weekend?
When it comes down to independent wrestling, unless there is a paramedic on hand at all times, anything else doesn't matter because none of the performers are going to be taken or treated safely. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if they're doing deathmatch or regular wrestling.
That's yeah,
Most independent places aren't even giving a shit anyway.
yeah. I mean, unless somebody showed up and was obviously sick, I don't think anybody's going to change how they do that.
I've seen workers fucking damn near dead still working.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that'll be a thing. Now it maybe for the rest of this year, because I think indie shows are going to come back by the end of summer because it's not really. I mean, is it a mass gathering if you have 50 people at a show? I mean,
I think it's going to be
That's mass
interesting.
suicide.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't know who's going to want to be the first one to take the gamble.
it's a lot of wrestlers ready to get paid. I mean,
But is there a lot of fans willing to take that risk? That's where
I
the
think
problem
so.
is.
I think there's enough that are so starved to just get back to normal that there will be. Maybe they'll space out the chairs a little bit if they can, but
It's an
beyond
ass
shows
every
are gonna
18
come out.
inches.
They're gonna come out to the crowd.
Right.
it will be weird to see everybody in face
How are
masks.
you gonna do it? How are you gonna do a chair pump now?
When are we gonna have titties on Patreon? Because you are allowed to do that.
And
We just did. All right, what were we saying before we got
$2
derailed?
exclusive.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, I
that's the
think
$3 one.
Okay, $3. I don't know.
you're talking about indie shows coming back.
yes. I think those will come back fairly soon. I mean, maybe you guys are like gonna be the last state, I think.
New
that's
York,
Oh yeah, New York, I guess.
and that's the problem. A lot of it's based there, a lot of it's here. I mean, you're gonna have like
Hmm.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because I think WWE is gonna stay New York based now, like around the area, and kind of reconfigure the company because it doesn't make sense for them to travel far right now.
Yep.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't care about.
We're gonna go back to the territory days.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
like the one of two things I would want to happen is WWE just folds completely. That would be great. Honestly,
Well, that's not happening.
yeah, exactly. Or they go to having just a performance center in sections of the states and overseas or whatever, and they just go around to those areas. And then they turn them into theme parks, and then it's not a WWE theme park, and then they add roller coasters.
That would be cool. No,
And then they last as long as the WWE New York.
Hey, at least that lasted longer than the WWE Casino.
Or the Nitro Grill.
even before all of this, WWE was basically breaking even or barely, making a profit on house shows. So you
They
could
were
argue that was getting to the point where, maybe
Hopefully they'll just cut them out because then that'll
Yeah.
save people's bodies.
central. Yeah. Why?
That's what I
kill
said.
the wrestlers?
No, you
Stay-
didn't say it.
No, I said stay in New York
No.
and restructure. Don't make
But
me
he's
hide you, Bob.
He's got a good point though about why are we breaking down wrestlers' bodies for something that's no longer making money? TV deals are making money. I don't know. Maybe they'll bring back traditional pay-per-view.
Well, they also work out the matches and stuff, so
Yeah.
they still need maybe not as many. Spread it out more.
Yeah.
Have a full sale crowd. It's not, you don't have 50,000 people there. I mean, WrestleMania is the one exception where it is weird.
I think it's time to kill the stadium thing and go back to just like big arenas, not fucking football fields.
I
Yeah.
think they should even move away from big arenas. I think they should go into
I think WrestleMania can be in a Madison Square Garden or
auditoriums.
or a
but
Staples.
auditoriums would be perfect fit for it. Like even those NXT ones that they were doing in the bigger auditoriums, like give it a cooler vibe, especially when they go into like the old movie style houses. Like,
Mhm.
they can get into bigger places like that. I'd look bitching.
Yeah,
But I don't want to give that to WWE, so fuck them.
But no, I agree. I think once the dust settled, there is positives that can come out of this. I mean, for the wrestlers, the TV products, everything. And all right, so this is a complete segue, but it kind of makes sense. What do you guys feel next WrestleMania, depending how that works? What do you think about finally getting Undertaker Sting in that Boneyard match concept?
I'd be
Why
okay with that.
Why couldn't you do it?
Yeah, that works. The Bowery.
Yeah.
Or they just fight in the rafters.
Scaffold.
Right.
Bombs away.
New
Jack, special guest referee.
He doesn't run in.
Vampiro comes out. And
Oh,
sets
can
him
you
both
imagine
on fire.
if they did a scaffold and they did the taser spot? New Jack be so pissed.
Oh, he
Bob, do you remember when New Jack was pissed because the Dudley started wearing camo?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, fuck. He's always saying that everyone's stealing his shit, dude.
Yeah, no, I was like, fuck. I don't mind one movie style match now. Just book it properly. I don't want to see it all the time, but I'd be totally down for that. It's the best way to do it.
Honestly, for Taker, that's the only way he can continue doing this shit until he's dead.
Yeah, he's pushing 60 now. I mean,
He's
it's
dead, they're just gonna weekend at Taker's.
So now the next one will just be a graveyard match.
there you go.
Or maybe they don't want to say graveyard. That's why they try to do a boneyard.
This was a Buried Alive match. It's the first one he won. So
Okay.
It'll be just like that. And you're gonna have like those doors fall down, and the NWO is gonna just randomly come out and go after Taker. They'll be the extra bodies.
See, that's what. Oh, that
Didn't he
makes
bring
sense.
back
now.
the Brood?
That's why they didn't release AJ. He died.
Can you imagine you get like Lex Luger like in his wheelchair, like comes out and tries to like run in and fight Taker? I'm trying to think anybody else connected to Sting really. I mean,
I saw. Did I send that picture? Or did I see it on you? But it was a picture of Lex Luger and Bill Alfonso recently.
No, I don't think.
Oh God, I gotta find it. I could pull this up, but
Alfonso's
I'll
looking
find
more
it.
jacked than.
He looks way. Oh God, you'll see it.
Well, if you hurry it up, we can throw it on here.
Shut the fuck up! I'm pulling it up.
I miss Bill Alfonso. Why is he not featured somewhere right now? Like, put him with somebody in AEW or bring him back with RVD. RVD's Impact stuff has been really cool lately.
Because you'd rather get rid of the hose and get RVD.
You can have Bill Alfonso
I mean,
handle.
off.
And hose.
Yeah.
Yeah. RVD's too chill. Like when one of them needs to be slapped, Bill Alfonso just comes in and just.
Oh, he's the pimp.
Yeah. There you go. I love Bill Alfonso. I was like,
He was a good time.
he always was. Yeah, no, he's a.
With his rape whistle.
Yeah. There was not. I'll say back then there was that Rob Van Dam ECW match live. That was like a fucking adrenaline rush.
Were you? I think we've talked about it. You were at the Heatwave incident, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yes. Lex Luger looks like his lesbian mom.
You're such a dick. You're such a dick. But yeah,
He does.
He's a survivor.
but look at fucking Fonzie's teeth, man.
What the fuck? Are those new?
Yeah, they have to be. Let's see. Come on. Get down.
That's a beautiful wall, Bob.
Oh, hey. Well, it's because your stupid thing's cropped. Look at those teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks. He stopped drinking and straight edge Alfonso.
Fucked up, dude.
He's got that like I'm proud of you, son, kind of. Can I bake you something?
So is this,
But think about it. Tell me in the late 90s, if you ever said that Lex Luger would look shittier than Bill Alfonso at any time in his life, would you believe it?
The narcissist?
No.
Really? No, I would not.
I've got this
Let me tell you
image
something,
now,
Daddy-O.
the Alfonso Express. He just body slams Yokozuna, blows the whistle at him. Oh man, poor Luger. He's one I was always curious if they'd not put in the Hall of Fame until he's dead, just because it looked depressing having him come out. I know that sounds fucked up, but that's why I feel like it won't happen.
He doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. He's a
whether
shitty wrestler with a shitty career that killed Miss Elizabeth. Nah, he's cool.
He walks out with his IV.
They didn't literally kill him.
He literally killed her.
He didn't. I mean, they both had drug issues. I mean,
Next, you're gonna tell me Bobby Brown didn't kill Whitney Houston. Get the fuck out of here.
I would argue that a little bit, though. Isn't she equally responsible for her issues? I mean, you can't put it all on him.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you do, apparently. Todd cries to that Bodyguard movie every time you watch
I've never seen that. Is it any good?
You watch it. You watch it while you're in the tub, Todd, with candles lit and like painting your nails. Don't lie.
Sounds like
You
Dan
can-
watching his lesbian porn.
We could do a watch along. That'd be fun.
We got to figure
Oh God, we're gonna get contacted by
Oh no, we
Whitney.
can't fuck with that movie.
Whitney Houston's.
Todd got really angry about. Oh, we can't fuck with that one.
No, because I remember the
Oh,
studio that
my
owns it.
fucking
So
God.
we'll just keep going. But before we go, I want to take you to a sadder moment. We didn't say our RIPs to the Fink, Howard Finkel.
Oh God, yeah, we
Sound
forgot.
bite to end the meal.
We don't have
Yeah.
to.
Again, thanks a
No.
lot, Todd.
Yeah, we have to. It's fucking Howard Finkel.
I know.
That dude was the
Yeah.
voice of, champions. Like, he was the voice. He was the first one that I heard announce new champions and people coming down to the ring. And
That is
Yeah.
true, and it's sad because it's probably kind of buried right now with all the releases and shit. But true icon, man. I mean, I know he'd been sick for a while, so it wasn't really a shock. I can't remember if he had cancer or a stroke or something, but he'll live on forever though. Fink
It's
is
take-
a legit.
it's taking all of me not to make, like, puns and jokes. That's how I cope. But, yeah, I love Howard Finkel.
Well, they still have his voice because remember the last time he announced,
Mm-hmm.
it was like pre-recorded. I want to say it was for the Rumble. He announced the Rumble. Like,
Yeah.
The last time his voice was on WWE television, they pre-recorded it.
He was on TV not that long ago, like a couple years ago, maybe. Because I was surprised because he was sick, but
I just saw a
nothing-
picture of him like in the last year, and he just
Uh-huh.
looked bad.
Yeah,
And that was after it came out that he died. Like there was that rumor for that day.
yeah, I do remember. Yeah, there were a couple, false reports on him, but
But
Yeah.
yeah, it sucks. He was definitely the voice of WWE.
absolutely.
I wonder how Ozzy's coping because I'm pretty sure that's an influence.
Oh, really?
Call him.
Yeah.
Ask him.
He's doing something in a dash.
Ozzy won't talk
He asked
about.
me he just asked me like 20 minutes ago if I prefer pineapple on my pizza or not. So I
What
think
was the
he's
answer?
not that busy. Call him.
He doesn't like to be part of negative in wrestling.
Call him.
Well, one, we can only have 4 people.
Yeah, but you call him on your phone and just
Yes.
speakerphone it.
Audio him.
He gets mad when I call him.
Oh my gosh. Here's a picture
What?
of Howard Finkel.
So, pineapple on
Oh,
pizza.
nice.
And there we go. Yeah,
Oh,
so
fuck pineapple on pizza.
What was it?
Yeah.
he said fuck pineapple on pizza.
I don't
I'm
mind
fine
it.
with
It's not my favorite.
Here's my
Sorry,
opinion on
I'm
the
sorry.
subject.
I don't like the texture of pineapple to begin with.
I love pineapple.
Pineapple's
I'm
delicious.
I'm fine with pineapple on shitty pizza, but when it's on good pizza, I'm like, no. Like you can give me some Pizza Hut or Domino's with pineapple, I'll eat the shit out of it. You
I'm
know,
an
I-
onion.
I could take it or leave it.
I'm an onions and jalapeno guy.
oh, onions.
Onions and what?
Jalapeno.
Actually,
Jalapeno? Okay.
I
Yeah.
know. Jalapeno and pineapple are
Jalapeno.
on a pizza,
I used to make broccoli and eggplant pizzas.
but I'm gonna tell you this.
Oh,
That's the one thing I cannot have on a pizza is onion. Because it's like
Really?
because you can't take it
Caramelized.
off
Caramelized onions.
in
yes.
there. It's like I like onions. I just cannot do it on pizza.
No,
Maybe it's just-
caramelized onions on a pizza is okay, but if they just throw it raw on there, it doesn't give it enough time to caramelize, and it tastes like shit.
Or maybe it's just
Yeah.
pizza because I think in general they overdo their toppings.
You know what else is not half bad? And I don't know if you guys have had it, but the cauliflower crust pizza, it's not bad at all.
I tried it. It's pretty good.
No.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I heard you grow a vagina if you try it.
Fuck you, Todd.
We're trying to be a lesbian, right?
That's all he eats now.
Oh, well, call me Lex Luger. I like
Kill
cauliflower.
You
I
like
like
you like your women eating soup and not saying a word?
Hold on, Dougie. Hey, my neighbor's here. I'm gonna head
Go.
out.
We're out of here.
all right,
Get
man.
the hell out of here, Bob.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us.
Now I
see you
don't have
guys
to worry about
next
sending
time.
more out.
We'll see ya.
Love you.
All right. On that
We
note,
love you too.
R.I.P. Finkel. Love you, Bob.
Oh, you're flipping off the Fink, Todd. That's messed
I was
up.
flipping off the Bob. Okay, let's just hide it now.
My dogs are going nuts upstairs, so you're gonna hear dog cameos. I guess we all have had dog cameos. So,
I don't have a
Uh,
dog.
how you doing? I forgot about that. Yeah, they're going nuts. That's why they're screaming at the
All right. On that note, Dan's out next too.
Goodbye, guys.
Good night. That's all we got for today. Hopefully,
Adios.
since I got to get the
R.I.P. Fink.